took 3 hours. And do you know what? £10 worth of diesel, 7 days. You might think it's dear, you might think it's cheap, I don't know. I'm just saying. There's the old rusty bugger gets into them. Just gonna have a bit of welding sorted out today, look, because that's me more than anything hacking away at it to see but it was on.
If there is something we need, it's a leap of faith. A step away from the comfort zone and be a little brave. So take a look around you. How far can you see? How far do you think you can run? Standing on your knees. It's a beautiful world out there. Just don't pass on the dare. If you have the will and a moment to spare, it's a beautiful world out there. It's a beautiful world.
Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this term cold November, Sunday the 4th. Thought I'd give you a bit of an update on the old diesel night heater and the thing about running older vans like this, 20-odd-year-old vans like Ivy. And one of the other problems obviously with running older vans like this, I mean this Ivy is a 1999, so it's a good 20-odd years old. Is the old rusty bugger gets into them. Just gonna have a bit of welding sorted out today, look, because that's me more than anything hacking away at it to see but it was on the step there. Inner wings are alright, but that outer wing's gone completely. And then just underneath here as well, we've got a bit more here. Let's see properly here. A bit more there on the inner. Weld all that up, get that welded up today. Oh, one other tiny bit on the other side, but other than that, it's all been welded up. There's a couple of places there, but this is the reason why I picked this. All been all plated there, all the back ends all been plated. These Ivecos are known for rotting, and rotting quite bad. So when we were looking, this is one reason why we picked on this one. But what, we're going into 3.5 years now, and there's that little bit on the step. The passenger side step's perfect, nothing. There's the rough bumps. See there, look, nothing at all on that one. There's a tiny bit here as well, on there, just under there. You can see that there, a little bit there. We'll have a look at that. Got a bit of tin there to protect the pipe for the fuel pipe. But yeah, it's the only trouble with running older vehicles, isn't it? And but yeah, electrics will have a look what to do with these batteries, because lead acid ain't working. Not if you want to be out a long time like we are most of the time, off grid all the time. And obviously in the winter it just doesn't, there's no sun. Look at it today. I bet you are, we're hardly putting any solar in at all. Just have a quick look what we're putting in, shall we? 12, not 7, 6. It's all really 16 volts. We're okay on the old voltage. We're up to 13.27, but there again we're plugged in, aren't we? So it's trickling a bit in. Yeah, right. Let's have a look at the what to do about these batteries. Like I said, we're off again. We were out again last weekend and back again. It's plugged in again now, so it's boosted them back up. But them batteries last weekend when we parked up on the Friday, so obviously the B2B was okay while it was running, going up to the peaks, got it up to 100%. But then by the time we parked up and that was getting on for sort of 5, it was dark by then, dark by the time we got there virtually. You're right on to telly on, the lights on, night heater on, using power up. Then the next day it was very overcast and cloudy, like not putting much in at all. And obviously we had to get the Jenny to recharge the bikes, the scoots up. At the same time we put the van on with the generator to charge it up, because obviously in the back there I've got a charger which you can plug in, which is a Victron as well, smart charger. I've only ever seen it before. It's at the back there, look, just about see it at the back. So it's a Bluetooth charger that's on at the moment, charging the batteries back up. But Saturday, as I say, Friday night was alright. I think it went down to about 79-80% went down on the Telltale. And then Saturday it hardly went up at all, because obviously it didn't get much solar at all, that little tiny bit of boost. But by Saturday night going into Sunday morning, it was my welder man's here now. Right, we'll catch up a bit later and see how he did. See you in a bit. Okay guys, a bit later on in the day now. The 6-7 hours after he's been here welding. A bit more welding we thought. As I say, that's the trouble running older vans, older vehicles. It's alright with your new ones and the rest of it a few years old. The rust bug doesn't get into them, but obviously once they're in their 20 plus years old, you can expect it running older vehicles. I don't mind it, that's the beauty of it. So look who's running here guys, he's welded all that up. So where that was a big hole before, that's all been done. If I show you under here, he's done all that there, look. That's all been welded up. All there, all underneath. Made a good job of that. And then the other side, I'll just take you around the other side to this side, where we got a bit here as well. If you remember, by the diesel tank, he's done all that there, look. That's all welded up now, which has made it a lot better. There you go, see in the light there. So that's all done. As you can see, the rest of it's all solid. See, with this, it's had a lot of welding before. Somebody done all on the inner wheel arches. They'd all been solidly welded up there all the way in. We've got one little bit left there now to do at some point, that bit there. And the only trouble is with that though, you've got the cooker and all that sort of there, so we've got to make sure we can get at that, because you build your vans, you kit them out, you insulate them, you put your wood and everything. And if you've got an older van that hasn't been done when you built it, luckily enough where that is, the rest of it's all been done now, all been plated and done over the years. Luckily enough there, I can get that under the cupboard area, under the cooker, where the wheel arch is. So as he's welding, I can watch that and make sure we're okay. So yeah, back to batteries. Yeah, so we're gonna have to do something with it being unhooked today. Batteries are about shot. It's getting on quite late now, as I say, on the night time on the Sunday now. Actually, this is on the Sunday, so it's been left a few hours yesterday, obviously with it unhooked, as I said, and then actually it was left all last night as well, because that was Saturday, wasn't it? And then we're on Sunday now. It was left all last night as well, not plugged in or anything, but on purpose I left the lights on, the fridge still running, as if we're away with it, just to double test it again. I'll show you in a minute. Obviously, as I say, 3 lead acid batteries. Get it out. 120 amp hour each, 3 of them. But you've only got the use of that, and that's like 360 amp hours. But you've only got half the use of that. So that's next to useless anyway. And the trouble with lead acid, as soon as they get down to 12 volts or just under, your telly, if it's a 12 volt telly like ours is, your inverter wouldn't have worked by then anyway, it'd have been off and cut off. But we've got a 12 volt smart TV. As soon as you get down to that 12% volts, the telly starts to flicker. Night heat will keep running, funnily enough. The night heat will keep going down to 11.8 to 11.9 to 12. That'll still keep running, that will. The only thing is with the lights, you'll get start to flash. So that's when we struggle. But I'll show you now with the, as I say, got the 3 lead acid batteries there, which are heavy, sitting on the back end there. We got the B2B Victron. We've got the obviously smart charge controller off the main shore power, as you say, over there over the pond. But let's have a look what we're down to. This has been out because of the welding and look, making sure 12.3 at the moment, look. But that's saying 12.3 there. Up here, I hope these lights aren't flickering, that's 97%, that's linked up to the batteries at the back. And we're on 12.4, 12.3. There's always there's always a difference of 1 or 2 volts. If I go to the Victron app, on the smart shunt, which is probably the better one, 94%. So that's saying 90, and this is the problem we're always having all the time. That's saying 94%. We're at 12.2, as you can see. and that is down to 12.3. But when that's down to 12, that'll still be at 90% or thereabouts used. So that just doesn't add up for lead acid. Obviously on lithium, that you do start to understand that and look at that. That's the big thing from what I can see others on YouTube and the likes of, because that is your percentage. Your volts will very, very rare go down under 13 volts. So, you know, and you can run that the way down to about 10%, 20% before it actually stops. So if you go back into the other app now, which is solar, I bet we're getting nothing at the moment. B2B's off because it's not running. Virtually nothing. Look at the moment, because obviously everything's for the day out there. So yeah. Oh, 1 watt. Oh, gone. I had 1 watt then. So yeah, we've got to do something. We've got to go lithium. And looking out there, like I say, yeah, they're expensive, I know, but I think they're an investment. A lithium battery, you can get sort of 10 years warranty, 7 years warranty, up to 10 years with some of them, warranty with them. And obviously they're going to do what we want to do. And if I get something around about the 200 to 300 amp hour lithium battery, obviously I'm starting to look at EcoTree, like a lot of the other YouTubers, or Victron. Obviously most of the gear I've got in here through Energy Monkeys or Victron gear. So possibly Victron. There's even, obviously I've been watching Road Viking. Go and watch him, Road Viking. He's just gone with a 200 amp hour Renogy battery, 200 amp hour lithium Renogy. And like he said, it's he's totally off grid. So he lives in his van all the time. And obviously he needs power. He goes to work for 20 minutes, half an hour. He comes back from work, and this time of the year you're putting nothing in. And with the weather like this, so like he's saying, you know, you need lithium this time of the year. Unless he's got Renogy ones in his. So yeah, I'm going to have to look at doing something. It is an investment. Obviously we do loads. We'll be out next weekend, and we're obviously over Christmas and New Year we're out. So this time of the year, so we're going to get something sorted. But I have got an idea, and I have got a make in mind, which I've been watching 1 or 2 other of the obviously YouTubers. Roma batteries, worth a look, definitely worth a look. So keep your eye out what's going to happen with a Roma battery, maybe. So guys, I think I'm going to give you a little update as well, because people have been asking about this diesel night heater, 8 kilowatt running the house here. There it is, still running, 1 week on. Now I'm going to give you some statistics on this. Diesel and kerosene you can run in it. People have been saying in the comments, and this has had loads of views, nearly 3,000 views. That now obviously it's a big thing at the moment, running the warming your house up. That little thing there, we've been boosting up in the morning about 6, half 6 as Claire goes to work, and that we get up about 6 o'clock, putting on from in bed with the remote. By the time we're downstairs, all downstairs and the landing's lovely and warm. So for a couple of hours in the morning we're on to put the central heating on. Brilliant. Night time, if I'm in the home office at home in the afternoon, I'll flick it on for an hour or 2, just takes the chill off. And then at night time, as we're starting to come back in from work, and the girls come in from work, we put it on about 4:30, 5 for another couple of hours, 3 hours. And do you know what? £10 worth of diesel, 7 days. You might think that's dear, you might think it's cheap, I don't know. I'm just saying, £10, that's all it's worth. I put £10 in that jerry can on Monday, which was obviously down to that about a little bit left, and virtually in a week it's used £10, that's it. I don't think that's too bad, to be honest. Probably the saving we've done on gas anyway, one way or the other. So yeah, £10. It's been blowing in there, it's been keeping warm, it's been brilliant. All I've added on is that old leisure battery down there, another knackered lead acid one. Got some more down there ready for. Link them all up. And all it's had is the battery charger, but I bought one of them 240 to 12 volt inverters coming, go the other way. Not like we normally do. This is 30 amp, so another mate of mine's done exactly the same. Martin has, one of my builder mates. He's got one connected to one of them amp, you know, to go from the mains, and this is running perfectly. He says fires up, runs perfectly. So I'm going to give that a try. Put that under the hot tub there. Got power there already, and so we'll clap that to the hot tub under there. That's it. I've also got myself an exhaust. I might get a second one yet. I don't know yet. To run down in the garage here, because I need to get in the garage. When I'm in the garage, it's freezing. So I bought a pipe. So what I'm going to do, you can see that sticking out there, the exhaust. at the end there. I need to kick that down obviously because of the rain. And then in here, I'm going to set it all up yet. It's a bit Heath Robinson, as they say, at the moment, but that's the exhaust pipe. So I can put it there somewhere, plug it in or whatever. I'll get another one, probably. They're only about £19, them converters, you know, from 240 to 12. And then I'll set this up. So the exhaust gas is going out there. I'll probably wrap it so it's got heat shield on it. And it'll keep this nice and toasty in here then. Got to keep the Cobra warm, haven't we? Right guys, that's it for this one. Catch you on the next one. Subscribe. And hopefully next weekend we're out again, which you should be, going up to Chester to the Christmas lights with our friends. So on the next one, catch you on the next one guys. Bye for now.